Hey guys, welcome back to Mindful Unfoldings. And today we're looking pink because we are going to speak about love. Our favorite topic, I think. You guys love speaking about love. I love speaking about love because who doesn't love love? I'm a lover and I hope you're a lover because today we're going to unpack on what love is, and not only like from a relationship aspect, but from friendships and self-love and everything that has to do with love. That's the theme of today's episode, love. And I don't even know how to start this conversation because I know you guys wanted to start and I'm like, should I even start it there? But I think I should just start it from the simplest of things and the most important aspect of love, which is self-love. It's important to love yourself. It's important to believe in yourself and believe that you are worthy of love and the love that you're able to give out. I think something I've noticed was that I sometimes am afraid of getting into situations like friendships and relationships because I'm afraid I won't receive the same amount of love that I give out. And I think that's a projection of how I feel about myself, because sometimes I feel like I don't receive the right amount of love, not because I'm unworthy, but because I'm asking for it from the wrong people. And I am slowly learning that it is okay to love people from a distance. Like, it is okay to say I love you, but I can't have you in my life. I can't have you be present here. I can't have you be my friend. I can't have you to be my partner. Like, it's okay to really just take a step back sometimes and really just love people from a distance. And I need people to understand that it's not always coming from a bad place. It's coming from a place of protection over my heart, because you really can get hurt when you give love to the wrong people, because nowadays, actually, love is portrayed in such like someone will say they love you and they don't mean it. And I think as females, excuse me if I'm being a bit controversial, but I think females receive love. Like, if someone comes to me and says, I love you, I am going to receive it wholeheartedly. Like, it has no condition for me. And when someone lies about that, it's almost like betrayal. Like, how could you lie because you said you love me? You've heard that line in movies, but it's like, but you said you love me. And it's like, oh, but I didn't mean it. I think that's the thing about boundaries. I think that's where boundaries come in. You need to have a set of boundaries. You need to draw a line and you need to say, okay, you are not capable of loving me. Therefore, I am removing myself because I need to receive the same amount of love I'm, giving you. And, I remember this one time I was scrolling through TikTok, right? And I think you probably know the video, but Alicia Keys was like, the thing about love is sometimes we put people in a particular position, in a particular, point, and we expect them to show up for us because we feel that's how they show us, they should show us that they care and love us. But I mean, like, for instance, if you know that someone is incapable of showing up for you, why do you continue putting them in that particular position if you know that they're going to disappoint you, because it's only going to hurt you? And then now you confuse that hurt with them not even being able to love you, but it's like they're not able to show up for you the way you want to be showed up for. Same thing with friendships. I think more than anything, I've learned my lesson with friends. I've learned my lesson with friends. I think I've been someone that has really struggled to make a strong, solid group of friendships that, is built through love. Like, I have a best friend who have been friends for 12 years now. I have a friend I've been friends with for about 6 months now, and we're closer than ever. You'd swear that we've been friends for 20 years, but the thing about love and friendships is that you need to hold each other accountable. And I know there's been moments where I haven't been a good friend, which has come across as I don't love you enough to protect you in that situation, and it hurts you. But for me, it's like it didn't come from a bad place. I still love you. I just couldn't show up for you in that moment and in that particular setback in your life. Doesn't mean I love you less. And the thing about that is that you need to be able to hold your friends accountable in such a respectful way. I think people like respect sometimes when you call people out. Like, there's a way to speak to people, and I think even if you're angry and even if you just you're like you're furious about something and you feel like you want to tell your friend about it, there's a way to go about things, because you need to also realize that I've learned actually, if I go to the next person and say a problem and say, today you made me feel XYZ, and I don't know how that makes me feel. I've had time to process it. But when you're telling it to the next person, they haven't had time to process it. Like, they're still thinking about it. Like, they're still actually collecting their thoughts, because it's like, what is happening right now? You don't want to be invasive. And that sometimes translates as you not loving someone or not being truthful in the love that you said you have for that person, because now you're just coming across so aggressively, and it can be overwhelming. And one of the lessons that I have learned in my friendships this year when it comes to love and genuine love is accountability. Like I said, like, I have been held accountable, and I take responsibility, whether they believe it or not, or whether they think it's true or not. Like, I think now I definitely understand that, okay, over here I was wrong, or over here, okay, I don't think I was wrong, but I understand how it might have hurt you. Situations like that. And it's like, whether they're on the receiving end or not, it has nothing to do with how they receive it. At the end of the day, it's about how you were able to express something to the next person, because at some point you did care for the person. And this, like, one thing my mom always tells me, she's like, yo, like, you really do struggle with making genuine friendships, but I think God has really shown up for me this year when it comes to my friends, my female friendships. Like, wow, like, God has really just held me up, because God has definitely removed to replace. And when he replaced, he made sure that he brought people in my life that he knew would help me in every aspect. I remember, this is a conversation actually that I was having with myself the other day, when I was like looking back at my friends, because I was going through something and I was feeling something, and I'm like, my female friendships have been so fruitful, and they've been so filled with love. Like, I actually feel like I understand what love is because of my female friendships. Like, my friends have been able to really step up when I was stepping down for like a few seconds. Like, for a pure example would be on my birthday this year. I was very anxious. Like, I was anxious because I didn't know, like I said, I was in the season of loss and just losing friends, friendships ending. And it's like a week before my birthday, it's crunch time, I'm supposed to be happy, it's supposed to be a countdown, but I was so anxious, and I was like, who's gonna show up? And something in my heart said, the people that show up are your people. And the people that showed up are people who genuinely have been in my life for so long. There are people that were still like new to the picture, but they fit so perfectly because they were so gracious and so forthcoming about the kind of love that they gave me. And on my birthday, that's when I realized that love is such a beautiful concept in friendship. Like, I really do believe that you need to experience love in your friendships. Like, it is so nice to have a sisterhood. It is so nice to have a bond with a bunch of girls that will just hold you up, and you guys can be Powerpuff Girls together, and it's going to be so nice because, it's different. It hits different. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. Like, it really does hit different to have a group of women who uplift you. And, it's so crazy because I remember, like, when it was time for my speeches, one of my friends was giving a speech, and she was like, I wish you saw yourself how we see you. And it's so interesting to hear other people say that, because sometimes you always see yourself as the bad person because of what other people tell you, but you don't realize that everyone literally has a different experience of you. And I know how other people experience me is definitely different from how my best friend experiences me, or whoever experiences me in that moment. But that does not mean because you have one bad experience or 5 bad experiences, it makes all your experiences, extremely horrible. And I remember her saying that. I remember just crying, because it's like, it's so nice to hear that love come from a fellow sister, and that person sees you and sees your heart. And it's so important to just feel that, like, oh my gosh, love and friendships is so important. Like, I love my friends so much, and I really hope they know that. Like, I hope they don't doubt it. Like, some of my friends are not even affectionate, but sometimes when you're down and they know that you're down, like, they remind you, like, girl, you've got this, and they believe in you, and they install this little spark in you that you're like, oh, you know what, I'm good. I don't need this person because I have my friends. Or you don't even have a desire of meeting new people even, or like building new friendships per se, because you know that you're full and you're happy with the people that you have. So I really wish for every girl out there just to have that group of sisters, even if it's just 2 or 3 or if it's 10, but just to have that group of sisters that lift you up, that always remind you of your worth, and that always remind you that you belong, that just love you from the deepest points of their hearts. I think it's such a beautiful concept, and like I encourage it. It's nice, I love it. And then like on to the next concept of love. Relationships. What is my opinion about relationships? I think relationships, you know, when you say love, people think of a relationship, and I think people say that because the greatest pain comes from a relationship, like the one that you have with the boy, the one that you have with the partner. Yes, like it's so crazy. And you know, the Bible says love is patient, love is kind, it's not supposed to hurt. Well, yeah, love has hurt, you know, love has been unkind, but that does not depreciate its value. I think now when I think about my past relationships, I think it had a lot to do with me not understanding my worth and me not loving myself enough to remove myself from certain situations and certain relationships, because I literally was accepting everything that came my way. Like, if you didn't open the door for me, I wasn't turned off. Like, if you didn't take me out for lunch, it wasn't a problem. You know, if you didn't buy me flowers, it's okay. If you didn't do stuff for me, if you didn't like make a difference, it was okay, because I love you. Like, I loved the idea of you being around. But I realized that honestly, that lowered the quality of men that I attracted. Like, now, because I was so open to receiving everything, the quality of the men that came into my life was so low, because now it's like you could step on my toe and you couldn't say sorry. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. But I think I definitely had to go through certain things and be in certain relationships to be the person that I am now in my current relationship. Like, I am in my lover girl era. Don't get me wrong. Love is painful, but I am definitely in love. And I think more than anything, it's so nice seeing the growth that you've made in your romantic relationships as well. Like, I've realized the growth that I've made in my relationship right now. Like, I am not a toxic lover anymore. I am not with that. I am with healthy love. I'm with communication. And you know, even if my friends know, like, I love people who can communicate. Like, communication for me is just like the core thing in any relationship, whether it's friendships or, you know, romantic relationships. Like, communication for me is key. And I think that is the biggest determinant of love, because you can't go a day without speaking to your partner. I think that's a lie. I don't know, we'll unpack that more when we have other opinions, but I think that's a lie. You can't go a day without speaking to your partner. And I really do believe, like, if he can go a day without speaking to you, girl, he does not love you that much. Like, that is just the honest truth. But romantic relationships are tricky, and you know, I can only pray that the people that you are with romantically, or the person that I am with romantically, is truthful about the love that they give me, and it comes through different forms. You know, love is not only about the materialistic things, but it's also just about how they feed your mind, how they feed your body, like your body and your soul. Like, you need to be able to respond to love in such a positive way, and it shouldn't hurt. That's one thing I can tell you. Love is not supposed to hurt. I think now that I know love is not supposed to hurt, I know the minute it hurts, it is not love. It is definitely lust, and we confuse the two, which is, you know, it's normal. I can't blame you for, you know, confusing love and lust. But more than anything, I think love is something that we're all supposed to experience, and I don't want people to ever forget that. Like, don't think you're unworthy of being loved. If you haven't found your group of friends and you feel like you're unlovable, trust me, you will find them. You probably have even forgotten about them because you're yearning for, you know, new relationships. Sometimes you don't need new friends to feel love. Sometimes you just need to go back to those friendships and you need to talk about things and sort those things out. Then you can feel the love that they have for you, and you'll see that it comes from a good place. Same thing with relationships. Just because you haven't found someone that's down for you 100% doesn't mean that you won't. You just need to be patient with it. I think that's the thing about love. We rush it too much. And like they said, love is patient. Sometimes you need to be still and just be like, you you know what, maybe this is me time. This is the time that I need to focus on myself, and this is the time I need to focus on my relationship. And it is okay. You just need to focus and direct your energy onto the right things, not the lustful things, because then you get lost in translation of what is what. And it's so important to always remember that everything happens in its right time. The type of friends that you have, the type of partners that you attract, and the type of love that you give to yourself. Like, it's so important to just ground yourself in patience and just knowing that you will meet the right people, you will meet the right friends, you will meet the right partner, you will be in the right room and feel the love that they have for you in that room in the right time. So you just have to be patient with it. But I don't have anything sad to say about love. I'm grateful for every experience that I've had, every friendship that I have loved genuinely, every relationship that I have been in, I have loved genuinely, and the relationship that I have with myself and the love that I give to myself is genuine. And I can only hope that's what I will attract, and that's the mentality that you should carry also with yourself. Like, you're not perfect, you're going to hurt a number of people, you're going to break a couple of hearts, but that's just how life goes. Nobody's perfect. We're all going to break someone's hearts. We're all going to break people's hearts and be a villain in some friendship stories. That doesn't make you a bad person. You just need to learn from those mistakes and do better. Be better, so that you can receive the right amount of love, and you can have friends that really care about you and hold you accountable in the right way. Have a partner that can hold you accountable in the safest way. You can't just say, oh my gosh, you did something wrong today, and be harsh about it. You're supposed to be kind, and that's just how it should be, and that's how it's always been. Even the Bible says so yeah, love is a beautiful concept. Like I said, I'm in my love girl era with my friends, with my partner, with my family, with myself. I'm definitely in love, and I really encourage you to open up your hearts and also love and receive the love. You're capable of being loved and receiving the love that you yearn for, the love that you deserve. You will get it. You just need to be patient and believe in yourself. I know you will get there. We all have been there. We all will get there. We all start from somewhere. You need to start from the bottom, and you have to build to get to the top. And that's just how love goes, and that's how love works. So please love yourself enough to also remove yourself from a situation that you see that is not serving you. You don't have to feel bad if you feel like this person is not a good friend to you and they feel like they're a good friend to you. It's not about them, it's about you in that moment, and you need to learn how to prioritize yourself in your heart, and that is okay. Even in your relationships, don't feel bad for ending a relationship just because you're afraid of being alone. Like, you actually need to be grateful and be like, okay, at least I noticed that this person is toxic and I can't be with them. It's better if I'm alone, because then I'll be able to sleep at night. Then I won't cry myself to bed every single day. Those kind of things, they're very important to remember, and you should always keep your focus on that. But yeah, that is my opinion on love. I know we're going to speak about this in the future because there's so many questions around it and how to navigate love in friendships and relationships. And I want to have my friends, maybe my partner, I don't know, but we'll see in the near future how we handle that. But yeah, love is a beautiful thing. Please don't get it twisted. And I know you guys know that line from TikTok. Yes, I'm a TikTok hoarder. I love TikTok sounds that have to do with love. And just cherish your friendships. Just always remember that you are capable and you are able, and you will receive the love that you want to receive. Always affirm it, believe it, stand in it, and it will be for you, it will attract you. But that is the episode of love from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Please spread love to your friends, to your family, to your partner, to yourself, most importantly. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification button, and follow us on Instagram at Mindful Unfoldings. And please leave a comment below. Tell me what love is to you. Let's have a conversation. Maybe you'll teach me something that I don't know, something that I didn't mention, because this was a very brief conversation as well. But like I said, we'll get into it. So give us, if you have some questions, leave them in the comment section. I will come back for the next episodes that we do have and speak on this this topic. It's really nice to have a conversation and answer questions and see what we had to say about certain things, because it is a very wide topic. But thank you so much for watching. Protect your peace always, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.